Hey, this is Rochelle and welcome to Multiple Passive Streams of Income. In video 3 of this video series, I talked about reducing debt while affording a specially designed whole life insurance policy with high cash value. I showed you the Debt Blaster report created for anyone who utilizes Chris Nagel's team to obtain a policy. The Debt Blaster report sets up a plan showing you how to pay off your debt by taking policy loans and utilizing a payback strategy that allows you to afford the policy and eliminate debt at the same time. Now let's look at the specially designed whole life insurance policy with high cash value that Chris Nagel's team designed for me. Let's first focus on the words specially designed. This is not your usual whole life insurance policy you will receive if you seek a whole life insurance policy from an insurance company. The specially designed whole life insurance policy with high cash value I talk about is tailored to you and your circumstance. Let's look at me and my circumstance to understand my policy and its special design. I found out about this financial tool late in life. When I discovered it and finally figured out how to afford it, I was 59 years old. As a rule of thumb, if you multiply your age by 10, you can estimate your monthly insurance premium, so I knew I would have to afford 59 times 10, which amounts to $590 monthly. Although expensive, I could not dismiss the guaranteed uninterrupted compounding interest component in specially designed whole life insurance, and this is why I emphasize this in all these videos. So the price of the insurance didn't deter me. In addition to age, the price of your policy is also determined by your health, gender, if you smoke, where you live, and numerous other factors. So as you can see, the policy shows I was 59 years old, a non-smoker, and female. I also asked that my policy reduce in price because I didn't want to have to afford that high of a monthly insurance premium in my retirement years. Another factor that I factored into my decision was that I have a couple of other whole life insurance policies, a term life insurance policy and a long-term care insurance policy. I found out that when I turned 66 years old, God willing, the term life insurance policy will increase in price tremendously, so much so that I will not be able to afford it and keep the same death benefit. So in all likelihood, I will outlive the policy and that death benefit will vanish at that time. So I felt even more incentivized to get this policy started. Even with all that said, the guaranteed uninterrupted compounding interest was something I couldn't afford to not take advantage of. The policy I ended up with turned out to be $500 monthly. As you can see, the first 10 years I will pay $6,000 each year, which is $500 times 12. As you can see in year 11, my premium goes down to $2,898, which is $2,898 divided by 12, which is $241.25 monthly. Much more affordable and again, specially designed. The death benefit for my policy is $100,000, but because of guaranteed uninterrupted compounding interest, the death benefit will grow as you see in the guaranteed values. Death benefit column. The next two sections show the potential dividends earnings of the policy. Dividends are not guaranteed and they fluctuate, but in 130 years, dividends have been paid out by Security Mutual Life Insurance of New York each and every year without interruption. The two illustrations show the dividend growth if based on the current dividend rate, and the other illustration shows an average of dividend earnings based on historical dividend data, so we know the death benefit will grow to a guaranteed $165,796 and possibly up to $260,850. This next illustration shows the same data year by year. Notice again the drop of premium in year 11 and the death benefit stops growing, but the death benefit continues to grow from the non-guaranteed dividend growth. Also, notice the surrender columns. They illustrate the cash value I will have access to when needed. I hope you understand the power of specially designed whole life insurance with high cash value, the power of guaranteed uninterrupted compounding interest. the additional power of not guaranteed dividends, but dividends that have never not been paid out, the power to establish an emergency fund without saving additional money to do so, the way to take advantage of interest and dividends, growth while taking out a life insurance policy on yourself that will be left to your beneficiaries. If this is a light bulb moment, please let me know in the comments below. In video 5, I will explain why policy loans can be so powerful in your financial planning. So please share, comment, and subscribe to be alerted when I drop the next video in this video series. As always, thanks for your time, as I know you could be any other place right now. Take care.